They called him a miracle worker. Patients lined up for miles outside St. Mary's Hospital in Boston, praying to be treated by Dr. Edward Crane, the surgeon with the golden hands. His name appeared in medical journals, his smile in glossy magazines. But no one knew what truly drove him, an obsession to push the limits of life and death. Late at night, when the corridors emptied and the city slept, Crane's hands trembled not from exhaustion, but from hunger, a hunger to perfect the human body, one incision at a time. To him, surgery wasn't about saving lives. It was about sculpting flesh into flawless forms, no matter the pain behind each cut. Laura came for a simple appendectomy, expecting relief, not horror. The anesthesia mask pressed over her face. She drifted into darkness, or so she thought. Her eyes opened mid-surgery, her body frozen, her mind screaming. She watched in silent terror as Dr. Crane calmly cut deeper, humming a tune under his breath. The lights glared above her, and she felt everything. When it was over, she awoke in recovery, trembling. She tried to speak, to tell someone what happened, but no one believed her. A week later, her room was empty, her chart gone. Laura had vanished. Nurse Kelly knew something was wrong. The hospital always buzzed with life, but every night, she noticed one room lit long past midnight, operating room 6. Dr. Crane always claimed it was for private procedures. One night, curiosity and fear got the best of her. She slipped inside and froze. The smell of blood hung thick in the air, and under the harsh white light, Crane was cutting into a body that wasn't moving, one she didn't recognize. He turned, his gloves dripping red, eyes calm as ever. "You shouldn't be here," he whispered. By morning, Kelly was gone. Her resignation letter appeared on the administrator's desk, and signed an intern named David stumbled upon something the hospital had buried for years. Old security tapes mislabeled and stored in the basement. The footage showed surgeries performed after hours, with no records, no witnesses. David's hands shook as he pressed play on one file marked Patient 12. The camera panned to the operating table, and his heart stopped. It was his older brother, missing for over a year. Dr. Crane's voice echoed through the speakers, calm and detached, describing each incision as if it were art. David screamed and smashed the monitor, but the image stayed burned into his mind. The hospital denied everything. When police traced shipments of unreported medical waste to a quiet house on Willow Lane, they expected tax fraud, not terror. The basement was cold and sterile, lined with surgical tools, organs in jars, and a metal table in the center. On the walls hung medical sketches, each signed EC. They found photos of victims, marked with red ink, showing where he had improved them. But Crane was gone. All that remained was a handwritten note on the wall: "Perfection cannot die." Outside, a single light flickered in the upstairs window, then went dark. The neighborhood would later swear they still saw shadows moving there at night. Months passed before the nightmare resurfaced. In Chicago, reports of illegal surgeries and vanishing patients flooded the news. The descriptions matched Dr. Crane perfectly, but DNA tests revealed something even worse. The blood from the new victims matched Crane's own samples, as if he'd worked on himself. Witnesses spoke of a surgeon who operated without anesthesia, his hands wrapped in bandages. He now served a new clientele, rich elites paying for beauty beyond nature. Each operation ended the same: silence, then the faint hum of a song no one recognized, but those who survived whispered it was Crane's lullaby. FBI agent Rachel Moore had lost everything to Crane: her husband, her peace, her sleep. She built a task force in secret, gathering files, tapes, and the shattered lives he'd left behind. Every lead went cold, every witness disappeared. Then, in a city morgue, a message appeared carved into a corpse's chest: "Still searching, Agent Moore?" His mockery fueled her obsession. Rachel followed trails of surgical supplies, black market organs, and encrypted notes until she realized the truth. Crane wasn't hiding. He was waiting. His next patient's name was already on the file: hers. The hunt ended where it began, inside an abandoned wing of St. Mary's. The halls reeked of decay and disinfectant. Rachel entered the old operating theater, gun drawn, flashlight trembling. Dr. Crane stood there, older, gaunter, wearing his stained surgical coat. "Do you see now?" he whispered. "Perfection isn't born. It's carved." The lights flickered as the two circled each other. Scalpel met steel. Screams echoed through the empty halls. When police arrived, only blood remained on the table and a single surgical mask resting beside it. Months later, a new surgeon joined St. Mary's. His eyes were familiar, his hands steady, and his name tag read, Dr. Edward Crane.